What's going on, everybody? This is the War Chariot, and today I am proud to bring you another Dark Souls 3 series called Get Good. In this series, we will be doing just that, getting good, because lately I feel as if my PvP skills have been slacking, and that is not acceptable. So, in an attempt to fix that, we are going to be, quote-unquote, getting good. Now, this is not going to be a build series or any type of walkthrough. This is just going to be sitting back, relaxing, and doing some good old-fashioned PvP with a multitude of weapons. Every episode will be different. Sometimes we'll get invaded, sometimes we'll get ganked, sometimes we'll do honor duels. You'll never know. One weapon I have been taking quite an interest in lately is the Wing Knight Halberd. And it has very cool movesets, and its one potent ability is its extreme range, and to be able to space people out. That is one thing that I've noticed that is really cool about this weapon. And hopefully you'll get to see it in a second here. Also, if you remember the strength build I did when I was using the Wing Knight twin axes and it had that weapon art chain spin, this thing also has that, except it's basically like a giant lawnmower blade sweeping across the lawn, cutting down all the enemies in your path. And like the Wing Knight twin axes, you can kill people in one combo, especially when you have the amount of endurance that I have. This is an SL225 character, extremely overleveled for Dark Souls PvP, but that is not the point here. The point is to be able to use a lot of weapons without having to respec, because in this game you only get 5 respecs per character, unless you're playing on a PC. Then you can just reload save files and pretty much have infinite respec. So, in an attempt to fix that, I have gone up to a high enough level where I can use a multitude of weapons without having to respec. That's one of the main reasons I'm up this high. As you can see, I'm 225, and those are my stats there. I'm basically a quality build, which also will allow me to use more weapons than strictly a strength, dex, sorcery, mage, pyro, whatever. Now, if someone will come down here and fight me, I may get to show you what this build can do. Now, starting out, this thing's AR is 539. Not bad for a fully upgraded Wing Knight Halberd. But when beefed up, we are at 742. And that's quite a formidable AR for a halberd. Now this guy wants to roll poke. Show him the parry there, and punish him. Holy fuck! Did you see that fucking damage? 1049? Jesus Christ. I have never hit that hard with this weapon. I was parrying people a little bit earlier, and I think the most I hit was for like 700. Jesus Christ, that guy have no health, or he was wearing no armor? I couldn't even really remember, but I'm not even wearing a goddamn hornet ring, because I'm not that good at parries. So I haven't really found it justification to wear it until I get good and start parrying more. Although, I am learning how to parry some weapons more easily. For example, about a half hour ago, before I started recording, I came up with a guy using the lance. I think it's the only lance in the game. And the lance has a very telegraphed charge attack, and he did it, and I saw it, and then he did it again, and he hit me with it, and then the third time he did it, I parried it, and I riposted, and then immediately after he did the same attack, parried it again, and it killed him. 2 parries right in a row, and they felt smooth, and I was ready for them. They weren't unexpected parries. You know, I felt really accomplished, and it felt good to parry, because I really have been struggling with parrying. And I'm even using the Cestus, which have some of the fastest parry frames in the game, I believe, if not the fastest. But we got that parry off there, and I think that was a dark sword or a rapier or something that's easily punishable. That's how you gotta get those that's how you gotta get those great shield guys, man. They'll just wall up for days and backstab fish the hell out of you. You gotta really throw some heavy hits into them, either weapon arts or, you know, get them with a parry. I don't know what the fuck is going on up there, but like, I'm just chilling out here, like, waiting to fight the victor, I guess. I'm guessing they're just PvPing, and Looks like that guy's gonna die soon. Yeah, you're fucked, dude. He's got thorn armor. He's gonna beat you to death. Oh, let's go over the fashion real quick while we're at it. Holy fuck, this guy's spawning in right under me. Black Knight Helm, Lorraine's Armor, Gauntlet of Thorns, and Leggings of Thorns. Now, the Thorn Armor is part fashion, but it's also part, I'm fucking sick of Tears of Denial, and I fucking hate that spell, and it's annoying as shit. So, as soon as I pop their tears, it usually takes like 2 or 3 rolls into them, sometimes 1, if you're lucky, and you just kill them off rolling. That's how I deal with that tear shit. Or you can use it to pop the tears by rolling into them, because it triggers as soon as any damage is done to them. Alright, dude. Let's get this bad boy buffed and ready to rock. At 742 AR. Jesus Christ. Now this guy's got Goddard's twin, it looks like. Oh, yes he does. Yeah, he sees the parry. Let's throw it out. Let's throw it out. Yeah, he knows. He knows. He knows the unparryable movesets. There we go. Whoa, a little bit laggy there. What's up? That's that lawnmower blade range. It's a very good roll punisher. People try rolling by you. You cue that up just as they start to roll, and that double swing usually gets them at least on the second one. Alright, people. Who's up next? You, sir. We won't hyper buff as much. Now we're only at 653 AR. We're about 100 less. Oh, I thought he was fucking shooting something at me. Sir, those suck. Why would you use those? Ooh, on a roll punish there. Too easy to dodge. What the fuck you doing, man? Sorcery sucks in this game. What? Oh, I like that. I like that. See what he did there? See what he did there? He still got it out. What the fuck was that about? Whoa, dude. Oh, yeah. Come here. What the? Oh, I thought you were healing, bro. Don't scare me like that. How the fuck does that not hit him? Alright. Oh wow, I'm thinking this is another weapon. Dude. Oh my god. I'm gonna die. Oh my god. I thought that was gonna get me. Alright, we're gonna lawnmower blade for the win. Or not. I forgot he had that stuff. That was a quick shot. Yeah, sometimes this weapon, obviously it's a little bit slower, and sometimes you just have a hard time hitting people. And that's where I'd most likely pull out another weapon, because my builds always have more than one weapon, because I like the versatility. But you have to be patient with those guys. As you can see, you gotta dodge all their spells and get the hits in when you can. Usually, when something like that happens, you back off and let them come to you, and you kind of punish them as they roll at you, because you got such a huge reach with these attacks. But the thing is, a sorcerer can also stay at range. Why did I just drink that? A sorcerer can also stay at range, so you can't really let them come to you. As soon as you back off and play passive, they're just going to spam shit at you. They're going to get their homing soul masses up, and you're pretty much going to have a bad time. And, yeah, so sorcery is not that great, even though I did just lose to that. If I had an S-Stock or a Dark Sword or, you know, even a Great Sword of some type, that guy would have had a much harder time. You just really you have to get used to how much time it takes for you to execute your attacks and take that into account when you're going after somebody. And you might have to switch weapons. Sometimes people are just good enough where they're just going to dodge it, and you're going to have to switch to something like this, my OP Lothric Knight Greatsword, or something like this, the Dragon Slayer Axe, which I've also been practicing with. While we're waiting for people to get summoned in here, I'll just show you my arsenal that I've been building. Everything here is upgraded. We have a refined Estora +9. And before I go on, I just want to say anything that's not +10 is because I ran out of slabs. And I did not want to burn the last possible slab, which is trading in the coiled sword fragment. I wanted to keep that and save it for a weapon I really want to take +10. But we have our refined Estora sword +9, the dark sword, the sunlight straight sword, Lothric Holy, Goddard, Lothric Great, Profane Great, Lorien Great, Storm Curve, refined Wardens, Karthus Curve, or yeah, Karthus Great Sword, I should say, not the Curve Sword, although it is a Curve Sword. Estok, Onikaris, Dragon Slayer Axe, Wing Knight Twins, Dragon Slayer Great Axe, Great Mace, Dragon Slayer Sword Spear, Lothric Knight Long Spear, the Lucerne, the Crescent Axe, the Wing Knight Halberd, the Black Knight Glaive. Not upgraded, but for the simple infusion, we have our Keistis and Parries, our +9 Claw, and our +10 Cleric Sacred Chime for all of our spell buffs. And that is the arsenal that we have built. Most things are fully upgraded, a few things are +9. But with the buffs we can use on them, it really doesn't matter. For example, the Sunlight Straight Sword we use primarily as a buff tool because it's a straight sword, and straight swords are just parried for days, so I don't really like to use straight swords. And if I do use a straight sword, it's going to be the dark sword just because it hits for so much damage. But I have been refraining from using such weapons in an attempt to get good, because those weapons really don't allow you to get good. I mean, a smarter player will use them with much more variety, but on average you can usually just get away with spamming your opponent to death if they're not keen on what they're doing. Using a weapon like this really forces you to play patiently and really examine your opponent and figure out what's going on. That's why I really like it. And I love the way it looks. I like how there's the dried blood on there, and I love the way it shines in the moonlight here. It just has a nice aesthetic to it too, and I love the giant ass, overly sized halberd head there. I think that looks cool. The Crescent Axe is another one I was playing with. It's very similar moveset to the Wing Knight Halberd. Disadvantage is it's less range. This one is actually really hard to fight with. That took a while to even get down, and I actually switched off from this weapon just because I was getting beat so bad. Because this thing allows you to really space on people, especially when they're trying to spam running attacks. You can just catch them with it. Whereas that Crescent Axe, man, it was getting outranged by katanas and straight swords and spears. Very hard to compete. Great sword roll pokes, and it was a bad time. All right, if I could just get summoned in here. The connecting for this has been a little wonky lately. There was a good period of like a day and a half where I couldn't get summoned in at all. It was not good. And lately, the summoning has either been slow or the connection hasn't been great. And I'm thinking part of it's due to my higher soul level. I don't think there's as many people up here, obviously, as back at like 120, 130, even 140. But as the game goes on, people will get higher and higher soul level. They say the meta right now is 120, but as the game ages, it'll creep up. I could see it getting up to 150 even, because I didn't find it hard at all to get to 150. I mean, I played through the game twice. This is my This is NG Plus, and I just beat the game. I just haven't gone to, New Game 2. And I was easily like 160 at the end of it. And it wasn't really even hard. I only farmed up a little bit, and that was mainly so that I could have a little bit of a stronger build. And then I decided, I really wanted to be able to have a build that could use a lot of weapons and not have to respec, because the respecking thing was getting really annoying. I really wish it was like Dark Souls 2, where after the DLCs came out, one playthrough would land you like 20 vessels, 20 soul vessels, which was the item you used in Dark Souls 2 to respec. You would go to Things Betwixt, which was the starting area, equivalent to this game's Cemetery of Ash. And you would give it to one of the NPCs there, and she would allow you to respec your points. And even 20 soul vessels is restricting, but if you think about it, 20 respecs per playthrough. You did 2 playthroughs, that was 40 respecs. Like, Jesus Christ. I think I only did like 8 or 10 build videos for Dark Souls 2. That was because Dark Souls 3 was coming out soon, so I stopped playing a ton of it. But even then, 40 build videos would be a shit ton of build videos. But 5 respecs per playthrough, that's kind of sucky. Alright, who is this? Let's range this guy out. He's got a classic dark sword. Let's put away the Kaistus. We can't parry the two-hand, I don't think. Let's see if he tries to... I was gonna see if he tries to weapon art us or not. Alright, he's got his Kaistus out, it looks like. Show him mine. Just show him it. Show him, let's see if we can get a side swipe. Sometimes the Phantom Range will catch him. You gotta try for it. Oh, there's that roll punish. That's what I'm talking about, man. You wait till they're about 3/4 of the way, halfway to 3/4 of the way through their roll, and you just drop that thing on them like a bomb. GG. Not a bad fight. It's just really easy to space that sword out. I've played against it so much. Not a hard weapon to beat. The only great swords I have a hard time with are the Lorians, I believe, the big-ass fire one that I have in my inventory here. Lorian or Lothric, whatever the great one is. And then the Fugs. I still have a huge problem with the Fume Ultra Greatsword. I don't know why. It's because its big swings are so delayed. I always underestimate them. And I get hit with like the backswing of it, and it fucking fucks you up. Even though they nerfed that thing still hits like a damn truck if you're not careful. I just noticed, look at all those blood stains. That's a shit ton of blood stains. I wonder if someone new to the game comes out here and they see that and they're like, what the fuck is out here? Like you step down here and like a giant ass monster crawls over the side and just eats you. Like all Dark Souls game, just a barren wasteland. Looks like fucking Horsefuck Valley from Dark Souls 2. These episodes for this Get Good series I'm doing, they'll probably be anywhere from 20 to 30 minutes, depending. If the summoning's good and I'm getting a lot and a lot and a lot and a lot and a lot of summons, then I'll probably do somewhere around 20 minutes. If not, we'll do 30. Because it's really going to be based on... What the fuck are you doing? Is that a baseball? Oh no, that's the fucking Reinforced Club. But anyway, it's going to be based on, how many matches I really have. Because I don't want to do a 20-minute video that has like 2 matches. I'd rather do a longer one. Alright, bro. Me and you. You and me. In this 742 AR fucking beast. What do you got, a buckler? You good with that thing? Because I'm not good at this. I am not good at this at all, but I will parry you if I can. Oh! Wow. Bad time to switch, bad time to switch, try and switch to two-hand. Come here. Ah! Wow, that thing has some range. We're both just failing at parries. Ah! I did not expect me to avoid that second swing. Because, like, I got staggered by the first, I took like a half a step forward, and then I got staggered, and I'm like praying that he did not have a third swing in him, because I would be fucked. But yeah, this weapon is really all about patience and range spacing. The only weapon that really can get in on this weapon is the Goddard swords and katanas. Specifically the washing pole, because of how incredible its poke range is, especially when it gets a nice high-speed running attack in on you. But those ones, you either just want to roll out of the way, or you really want to start that those lawnmower spins nice and early, because sometimes you can catch them with that. And if you can get a nice interrupt, you can usually get both swings in if you're doing an R2, or if you're doing chain spin, you usually can catch them, just fucking cut the grass. Cut this grass here because it's getting a little long. That's what all those bloodstains are from, just mowing bodies. The Sacred Oath Dark Moonblade combo is also pretty nasty. I love the way that works. The this Lothric Knight's sword, man, this thing gets up to some disgusting AR. And I'll showcase this one a little bit more in my next video. But if you've seen my quality build, we used this thing, and this thing was hitting, I think, for 900 AR. It was either mid 8s or like 9 something, but it was fucking hitting massive damage. That with the Leo ring with its poke attacks just brutalized people. God forbid you get counter damage. Jesus Christ, that thing would. I near one-shot people when they ran it, or when they jump into my poke attacks. It was pretty insane. And apparently the Cleric's chime that I'm using here is one of the best chimes for spell buffs, because it's got 142 spell buff. But there was I think the Yorshka chime and something else that I was looking at using, but I think this one ended up being the strongest. That's why I'm using that one, in case anyone was wondering. And this life ring down here, without this, it takes me back down to like 1700 HP. As you can see there, I'm at 1924. That's really the only reason I'm using that, and the other 3 rings are pretty much self-explanatory. This Dragonslayer Great Axe is also kind of interesting. It has the Warcry buff, which is when your guy stomps and you get the like 100 AR boost. It's also kind of neat. And be careful, because this moveset here, these R1 spams, can be parried. The R2 was a little delayed here, so sometimes you go like chop chop and you'll roll, and they'll think the you know, this thing's coming out that quick chop, but instead it's that slight bit of hang time that kind of knocks people out and throws them off their guard, and their parry goes through and they're standing there wide open, and then you get a nice R2 chop, and the R2 will hit for more damage, so you know, it's a win-win. So actually, depending on what this guy's using, we will think about using our... What the fuck, dude? What are you doing? Are you retarded? I'm gonna brutalize you right now. faggot. Idiot. Fuck off. This is not an invasion. You two gonna be fucking bitches and try and gank me? Or are we gonna... We're gonna do this the right way. There we go. I respect that. Thank you. I appreciate you. But I don't appreciate that. I hate that sword. I probably will never use that thing because it's so fucking retarded. Show them how fast our swings are. What? Oh, we still got it off. We still got it off. Let's see, we gotta let this idiot fucking start it. Oh, there's his actual weapon. I was gonna say let's let him start up his whirly swings, but... He's got a real weapon. Who is next? Still at 539 AR. Thing's a freaking beast. 750 roughly AR for this thing is huge for this halberd. Alright, boy. Me and you and me. There we go. Let's throw up our oath. What about a Dark Moonblade? That's what I like to see. That's what I like to see. Someone was farming Concords. And eat your grass there. Ooh, what is that? Gonna get parried? Gonna get parried? What? Alright. Now I'm done not being good. We're gonna try and get good here and see what we can do. We outrange him. He knows it. Ooh, I thought he was going for a parry setup there, because that weapon art makes for a good parry setup. You throw out that burst, and some people will dodge it left, right, or back. Not usually back. That's usually not a good idea. But a lot of people will dodge into it like I did and do a rolling attack, and then they'll rip the parry and they'll fuck you with it. He might have been trying to do that or not. Not really sure. But I lost that duel in the beginning when I was just throwing out parries to see if I could catch it. But he was smart. He only did 2 shots at a time, which, because I'm not familiar with the parry timing on that weapon, or that good at parries in general, he stopped after 2 and managed just to get in good damage against me. So that was me not being good. That's what you don't want to do. You want to be good. And you want to foul out the parry once, put it away, and then bring it out a little bit later when you're more confident with it. I love that stab into the ground. It's like, yeah, I fucking mean business. What up? Alright. Come on, someone summon me in. I'm eager. I'm eager. I'm eager. Can we sort these? Attack power. There we go. Now we can see our hardest hitting weapons from our least hardest hitting weapons. As you can see, for base AR, this thing has 788 base AR, which is disgustingly powerful. Our Lothric sword at 722, 719, 657, 558, 542, and so on. It's quite brutal how strong this Dragon Slayer Great Axe plus 5 hits. which it got buffed recently, which is one of the reasons why it hits so damn hard. These twin blades, the only reason I had those is because I was trying to do some bleeding with them. But I feel like if I do that, I will need to respec to put 50 into luck, because right now my luck is at baseline. Because I haven't really found the urge to do bleed. Although, if I do that, I most likely will go back to my other character that I have, who is the bleed build. It's the Lurid Assassin that I did, that build video. And I will just go grab a set of Warden Twin Blades off one of the Grave Wardens if I don't already have them, and use them for the video instead of messing with this character. That is one of the reasons why I have multiple characters instead of just one. I believe I have 3 characters now. One was the leftover from the strength build I did, one was the Lurid Assassin, and then this was the quality build. Although the quality build I believe was done at 140, and this is obviously a lot higher than that. I can see this guy ending up around 250. A little pro tip, if anyone's out there is looking to farm some levels, go fucking NG+, go NG+, get to where Lorien and Lothric are, and right across the way from there you'll know the 3 Gertrude's Knights, the wing knight guys that use this halberd that I'm holding, that have the wings, or the golden guys. You know, they probably kick the shit out of you the first time you ever encountered them. Farm them with a Mimic Head, or the Symbol of Avarice, the Shield of Want, and the Silver Serpent +1, because you'll be able to acquire the +1 because you're RNG+. And each time you kill one, it gives you roughly 57,000 souls, so you kill 3 of them, and you're netting like 185k a run. And it cost me 400k to level up right now, or 410k. So you can see it takes about 2 trips for me to level up right now. But maybe you don't want to go to 225, maybe you want to go to 180, 185, even maybe like 160. You'll level up pretty fast, surprising. I believe that's going to end up being the most OP farming spot, unless, and I'm hoping, fingers crossed, that the DLC they introduced to this game, or DLCs plural, introduced some really neat farming spots. Because I'm looking forward to trying making a super high level character sometime in the future. Just like I did for Dark Souls 2, I did an S800 character, which was 39 levels short of max. And that character was utterly brutal. I don't know if I'd go up to 800s with a character, but maybe like an SL400 character or 500, just to have one, you know, just for fun. Even though farming isn't that fun. What's up, Katana dude? Now this is going to be a tough matchup. Because... oh no, that's not a katana. I thought it was a katana. What do you got, Dark Blade? Or Human Pine? What the fuck? What? Ah, connection error. See if we can get one more match in here. Because we just over 30 minutes. And that was going to be our last one, but connection error. What are you going to do? Supposed to be getting an upgrade to our internet soon to make things a bit smoother and increase upload and download speeds, which will help a little bit for getting videos up, at least. Because right now, it takes a little while to upload videos. Sometimes you have to re-upload them because they'll fail, which is never good. Let's say for this last one, we don't use the Wing Knight Halberd because we've been using it all this episode. What should we use? What should we use? Fuck it. I kind of want to use this. This thing is so slow. But I feel like it's got potential. I feel like that right there, man. You catch some with that first one. I feel like that second one's probably gonna land. What's the AR we looking at? 475, so that's not bad. I can't believe this fucking axe does more. Although, if this thing was plus 10, it'd probably do more, just over 500. But when we buff that shit up, it should get up to almost 600. What do we got? I think it's... Yeah, it's got the poise buff. Which I don't really like that weapon art. That weapon art, you really have to time it. You have to see the attack coming, poise buff. Their sword basically deflects off you, and then you got to come at him hard with like an R1 or an R2. We'll probably just use that as like an intimidator or a deterrent from running attacks. If I can even showcase it now. I kind of just want to smash someone's face in with this. This is another weapon I really like the way it looks. It's a giant ass metal smash skull fucking destroyer mace. Perfect name for it. Nice and short and sweet and to the point. If I come up against an S-Stock or a Dark Sword here though, I'm probably screwed. What do we got? Who's gonna... God damn it, a Dark Sword. Let me buff, because you'll just probably auto-insta-spam me. Although I am keeping my fucking Kaisis out if you get spam happy. Come here, shitface. Oh, so you're a Dark Sword Sage. What? Yeah, this thing's slow as shit. Come on. Fuck it. God damn it. GG. Yeah, that fucking mace, man. That thing is slow as shit. Yeah, this guy had a Dark Sword he was ready to pull out. Even if I got him to low health, he would probably have abandoned all sorcery and Dark Swords with the shit out of me. That mace is something, man, you're really going to have to spend some time with, because I don't even think that's going to be viable against some of these faster builds like that guy right there, because all he has to do is dodge and shoot a Crystal Soul Spear down my throat. And, we, last-ditch effort, got the poke in, but it was too late. So, that's pretty much going to wrap it up for this one, guys. Next episode, we'll be doing God knows what. Most likely be continuing to just explore all the weapons of the game. Because everybody knows what a rapier and what an S-Stock and what a Goddard's Twin Sword and Dark Sword look like, but not everybody's seen weapons like this. Some people probably don't even know these weapons exist. Sometimes I'll be standing here and I guarantee you every once in a while someone looks to the left and they're like, I've never seen that before. So it'll be interesting. So stay tuned. Episode 2 will be coming out soon. I'm going to try and get a few of these up quick. It's been about a week since I've uploaded. Mostly because I've been a little busy and connection issues. Like I said, for 2 straight days I really couldn't even get summoned in. I just come out here and lay my sign down and it just kept saying failed to summon, connection error, whatever. So that's going to be it for this one, guys. I hope everyone enjoyed. These are going to be really fun to do. Kind of just a more relaxed state, not as serious as a build video, but not as long and drawn out as a walkthrough video. It's going to be fun. It's going to be enjoyable. We're going to get to learn a lot about these weapons, and most importantly, we're going to get good. So we'll see you in the next one.